My name is Mamotake Matekane, all the way from Lesotho and South Africa. I am an entrepreneur and I'm also an investor in online sports betting. Sports betting because it's first of all, it's an easy, from a business perspective, it's an easy business to do. Secondly, it gives me enough cash flow to be able to give back to the sports. So it's the easiest way for me to have enough funds to sponsor back into communities for sports programs, sponsor tournaments, sponsor players and athletes. So for me, it's a platform for me to be able to give back. Okay, so in Taekwondo, we have a young lady called Michelle Dao, who is an international award winner for Taekwondo. So she has traveled the world. She's been in the Olympics as well. We have been supporting her for a while now. I also make sure that coaches, make sure that players in the national team of Lesotho also get bonuses when they've played well as a motivation, whether they've won the games or not. It's always good to give them a motivation to say you played well. Other than that, it's for smaller community projects that I do because that's where the talent needs to be nurtured and harnessed. So I sponsor them to be able to grow into more professional sporting codes. Okay, so first of all, in online betting, there are rules. You cannot advertise to anybody under the age of 18. You cannot even introduce them or expose them to the brand at all. So what happens is that I just use the profits to support them and enable them to grow from that raw talent to groom it into being something great. First of all, if you neglect to identify the talent at a very young age and support them, they are able to create for the country athletes that can compete on international levels. So this is very important for us and it's very close to my heart. So we identify individuals, associations that are helping these young people in these communities for them to be groomed and nurtured for the next level. It's not easy sometimes, so we try as much as possible to do direct investment towards them. So you can imagine someone, a young person who is very talented, maybe a sprinter or one that is in a community football club, who is talented but is hungry. So you have to balance that out. So what we do, we also make sure that they're taken care of also socially. Because how do you perform when you are hungry? How do you perform when you know that you've left problems at home? So that's the part that we usually neglect as sponsors or investors, and that's the part that I'm trying to take care of. Oh no. So in primary level, I used to play netball, I used to play basketball, I used to be a sprinter. And then in high school I just did basketball for a very short period because I'm very short. So I then stopped. But my passion for sports never stopped. So my kids are actually off-road motor racers. My 16-year-old is actually doing professional and national races in South Africa and Lesotho. My 5-year-old already has a bike, a motorbike, and she's also planning to be an off-road motorsport professional. I want to motivate them, first of all. When you are in a situation, you think there is nothing better than where you are because you are confined by the situation or the environment that you're in. So I want to motivate them to know that the minute you have a dream, the minute you have a vision, focus on that vision, not your surroundings. And I know it's not easy, but also identify people that are called destiny helpers. These are strategic people that will help you from one level to another. But here's the thing, they identify you because of your character, because of your behavior, of how you carry yourself. Kindness goes a long way. Be kind. Not because you're expecting something from someone, but be kind because you have to be kind. It's a discipline and a principle and a value that one has to have in order for their doors to be open. You'll be identified easier because you are attractive because of your behavior and your character. So that really helps. It's not money that will help. Doors are not opened by really money. Money comes after. But your personality, your character, your behavior, that's what it is. I would say that and everybody says this, Africa is ready, but this is what I would like to say. Africa is ours, and it does not start with a big conference, it does not start with a big summit or a big investment. It starts with you as an individual. The small change that you're doing in your household, in your community, in your school, with your talent, that is what we need to transform the world. So you can imagine if you as an individual are motivated to do good, and the next person sees that and is motivated to do the same, then we mimic goodness around, and that's how Africa will be transformed.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much.